Did you play rock and roll?
I did, yeah. I played
R&B at first.
I heard that you almost played with Jimi Hendrix. You knew Hendrix.
I did, yeah. I met Jimmy, and of course the famous guitar story.
He plays bass too.
Had one of his guitars. And,
Yeah, Hendrix gave him the guitar.
yeah, and I gave it back to him. That was a mistake.
You wouldn't have to be a musician now if you didn't want to. You could just sell that guitar.
Yeah. I think one went over. What's that place over in England? It's auctions stuff. I think one for $250,000 or something like that.
Really? Oh, you gave it back.
Yeah, I gave it back to him. I said, Jimmy, I can't play this thing, man.
Well, tell us a little bit about your relationship with Jimi Hendrix.
Just his manager knew the manager that was managing the band I was playing in at the time, and he called him up and said, "Hey, I've got this guitar player who really likes you and the way you play, and can I get him a guitar?" And Jimmy said, "Sure. Here's one." And shipped it. And I got it, but he had the electronics so goofed up on it that I couldn't afford enough amps to play it. So I took it back to him, and I said, "I can't play this." And gave it back to him, and 5 months later he died. But see, back then we were going to live forever.
Oh, yeah.
It was one of those kind of things.
Yeah.
And it was just a guy gave me a guitar and I couldn't use it, so what do you
Right.
you give it back.
Yeah, you were nice enough to give it back to him.
It's not mine. You gave it. You gave it to me. So I gave it back to him.
Well, I don't think he could get that feedback he got unless he had those big walls of amps.
He had it. He had the output cut quite a bit, and he had one of the pickups didn't even work. It was standby, the one in the center, and then the neck pickup had 3 poles that didn't work, and then the back pickup, everything worked. and then at the jack, he had the output cut with a capacitor.
Oh, right.
So it was just like I plugged it into my twin and put the twin on 10. It was like ding, 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 ding. You needed a wall of Marshalls to play that guitar.
It was almost like a prepared guitar, like John
It was
Cage made
he
prepared
had it
pianos.
custom out, and I wasn't smart enough at the time to say, well, gee, I'll just change the electronics and play Jimmy's guitar. But,
He
I
played-
wasn't greedy. I gave it back to him. Now I wish I would have kept it.
Well, Kenny, what do you see as the future of the Artist Quarter?
What do I think the future is the past. I mean, it's the same thing,
Oh, wow. That's profound.
Thank you.
It
I
is.
think I read that on a
Yeah,
wall.
it is, yeah.
The future-
Restaurant.
Future is the past.
The future has passed me
But-
by, I'm afraid.
I'm sort of like day by day. Like the future. Yeah,
Just continue.
just keep doing what I'm doing. I feel so fortunate to be able to do what I've been doing, and I hope nobody finds out because I might have to quit. But I'm very lucky, I get to do a lot of great things and be involved in music, and
And you've been in the business, so you know everybody on
I
the
know,
planet.
man.
I've been doing it a long time,
You
Bring
know
up a guy's
everybody.
name. Oh, yeah, well, I know him, and, I'm just going, man, you know everybody, man.
Well, not everybody.
Pretty close, man.
In the jazz field.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
do. You know everybody.
It's amazing.
Why did you call it the Artist Quarter?
I didn't name it.
Oh, you did.
No, and the first artist quarter, which was on 26th and Nicollet, I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I worked there, and I was in the house rhythm section, and then I ended up booking it, and managing it, but I didn't own it until it came to St. Paul in 1995.
Well, that's when I came to the Twin Cities. I just thought the Artist Quarter was always here.
Right.
Oh,
But
yeah.
in
No,
fact,
it was
actually-
around for a while before
But
that.
the one in St. Paul is far surpassed.
The old
I
one?
think the one in Minneapolis is probably open maybe 8 or 9 years at the most.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that does it for my questions. Any last comments from you guys?
Well, thanks for doing it. And
Oh, yeah,
thanks for
thank
being
you much.
interested. And I read your pamphlet, and it's very good. And keep it up. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Soul Jazz.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
And
you.
hopefully we'll be here long enough so you can come back and we'll do this again.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you for
Yeah.
talking to me. Oh, I have to talk to you too because you were on.
Oh, you
You know
missed
that-
Dan. Dan, you should have been sitting over here.
Yeah, we're gonna move this around and you're gonna be talking to me.
What are you talking about?
Because you were up.
Just sitting in.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
all
I know
right.
you were
So
just
what?
sitting in.
You get a little sit-in.
That's part of the deal.
But
part
see,
of it.
Yeah.
see, you were.
Aren't you glad you sat in?
Okay, tell us your name because I want to make sure I get the name down right.
My name's Dan Frankowski.
And you're a trumpet player around town.
I'm a trumpet player around town.
What's your background?
Oh, I've been playing trumpet for a long time in the Twin Cities. And I went to Oberlin College and studied at the conservatory there. And Donald Byrd was teaching there for a semester, so I studied with him a little bit. And I studied with some people here at the University of Minnesota, but I've always just wanted to play and play jazz. I have my own groups, I write.
What's the name of your group?
My current group is Frank House, a
Okay.
pop-influenced jazz quintet.
Okay. Do you have some CDs out yet, or?
We do. We have a CD called Thought versus Emotion, and it has been well received by the jazz cognoscenti of the Twin Cities.
Great. Well, I'll have to give that a listen and say something about it because you might not know this. I'm doing this for a website, and this will go up on the web tomorrow.
Oh, well, there you go. The immediacy of the intertubes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for just kind of doing it on the spur of the moment.
Sure.
But
You're
I
welcome.
wanted people to know who this fourth guy was up there.
Who's the fourth guy?
Yeah, because I got some good trumpet solos.
Good.
From you. Okay, great.